Welcome to Easy Shadowing channel. Practice speaking with me by listening carefully and shadowing to improve your fluency and confidence. Tonight, you will listen to a calm and continuous story. Just listen, follow the rhythm, and repeat softly if you can. Now, let the story begin. Every night, when the city finally began to slow down, Emma returned to the same quiet room where she spent the last hours of her day. It was not a large room, and it was not especially beautiful, but it carried a sense of calm that she could not find anywhere else. The walls were plain, the furniture was simple, and yet everything felt exactly where it should be. A small desk stood near the window, facing the city below. On the desk, there was a lamp with a warm yellow light that softly filled the room without forcing itself into her eyes. Emma always turned it on as soon as she entered, as if that gentle light marked the boundary between the busy outside world and the quiet space she needed at night. Outside the window, the city was still awake, but only just. Cars moved more slowly now, their headlights passing like distant thoughts that came and went without asking for attention. Somewhere below, a few voices could be heard, blurred and indistinct, blending into the background like soft music that never demanded to be understood. Emma sat down in her chair and leaned back slightly, allowing herself to breathe more deeply than she had all day. During the daytime, everything seemed to move too quickly. Conversations overlapped, messages arrived without warning, and responsibilities followed her from one task to the next. But at night, in this room, none of those things mattered anymore. She often wondered why silence felt so different after dark. During the day, silence could feel uncomfortable, even awkward, as if something important was missing. At night, however, silence felt complete. It wrapped around her gently, allowing her thoughts to slow down and settle naturally, without effort. As she looked around the room, Emma noticed how familiar everything had become. The slight mark on the desk, where a cup of coffee had once been placed too carelessly. The curtain that never fully closed, leaving a narrow line of city light on the floor. The book she had started weeks ago but never finished, resting quietly on the corner of the desk. None of these details were important on their own, yet together they created a sense of belonging. This room did not expect anything from her. It did not ask her to be productive, successful, or even cheerful. It simply allowed her to exist exactly as she was. Her thoughts drifted naturally to the events of the day. Nothing particularly exciting had happened, and nothing terrible either. It had been one of those ordinary days that quietly filled a large part of life without ever standing out. She had worked, spoken politely to colleagues, completed tasks, and smiled at the right moments. From the outside, everything looked normal. Yet now, sitting alone in the quiet room, she realized how different things felt when no one was watching. Without expectations, emotions became softer and more honest. Small moments from the day returned to her mind, not as problems to solve, but as passing memories that required no response. She thought about a short conversation she had earlier, one that had seemed insignificant at the time. The words were simple, And the exchange was brief, but now it lingered gently in her mind, taking on a meaning it had not had before. At night, even small moments seemed to breathe more freely. Emma shifted slightly in her chair and rested her arms on the desk, feeling the cool surface beneath her skin. She realized that she did not feel tired in the way she usually did. Instead, she felt pleasantly heavy, as if her body was slowly settling into rest, one part at a time. There was no need to rush sleep. She had learned that forcing herself to rest only made her more aware of time passing. Tonight, she allowed herself to remain awake just a little longer, enjoying the quiet without expecting it to lead anywhere. She wondered how many other people were sitting alone at this exact moment, each in their own quiet space, each surrounded by different thoughts, but sharing the same gentle stillness of night. The idea made her feel less alone, even though she remained by herself. Time passed almost unnoticed. The city outside continued its slow movement, and the room remained unchanged, steady and calm. Emma felt her breathing grow deeper and more even, her thoughts becoming less clear, less demanding. Eventually, she leaned back and closed her eyes, not to sleep immediately, but simply to rest within the silence she had come to appreciate so deeply. In that moment, nothing felt unfinished, and nothing felt urgent. The quiet room held her gently, just as it did every night. The story ends here. Let the calm stay with you. There is nothing more you need to do. Good night.